Good day. Periodic table and atom notes, part 3. We've already gotten this part, the front page. We've got through here. And now we've got to complete this chart. For these guys, I should have given you some more information, and I will do that as we go through. So, fluorine, I look it up. Its spot is 9. Once I know its atomic number is 9, automatically I put a 9 here. These two numbers, atomic number and protons, will always be identical. Now the 19 tells me the mass, so I put a 19 here for the mass. Now the protons and neutrons will add to give the mass, so the atomic mass minus the protons will give me the neutrons. 19 minus 9, 10. And here's the thing the students have the hardest time with. How do I get the electrons? Well, I need to know the protons, I need to know the charge. This is 1 minus. This is a negative ion. So it means I have one more electron than proton. So if I have 9 protons, I have to have 10 electrons. One more electron. If I compare 10 to 9, team electron 1 by 1, electrons are negative, 1 extra negative. I do the exact same thing for the next question. Beryllium lives at spot 4, so I go 4 and 4. Then I see a 9 right here, that's its mass. And then I go 9 minus 4, I better find a 5 over here. And now it says 2 plus. So protons, this time protons 1, 4 minus 2 leaves behind 2. So I put a 2 there. 4 to 2 for the protons, 2 extra pluses. Now for copper 64, I should have given you one more piece of information. So write in Cu2+. Now we have enough info to tackle the question. So when I look up copper, I see it's at spot 29. So 29, 29. 64 is going to go right in the middle there. 64 minus 29 is 35. Hopefully you can do that in your head. But you are allowed calculators here, sadly. And then the hardest thing is 2 plus. So I have to have 2 more of these, protons and electrons. 29 minus 2 is 27. Silver 108, I should have given you another piece of information. This time I have a silver atom. Silver lives at spot 47, so I go 47, 47. I have a 108, so that has to slot in here. Notice these are all integers. I'm not using the periodic table for these masses. I'm getting them from the question itself. They will be integers. No crazy numbers. 108 minus 47 is 61. And because it's an atom, no net charge, protons, electrons are equal. It's like a tie ball game. So I have 47 electrons there. Mercury, well, again, I should have given you more information. Hg, 2 plus. And so hopefully that's a plus sign. Mercury lives at 80, so we'll go 80 and 80. 201 is going to go right in here. Oh, I've got the wrong order there. There's the 201. 201 minus 80 makes 121. And the hardest thing is, oh, it's a 2 plus ion. And so it was 80 to 78. And strangely, all these end up being 2 plus ions for the positive ones. Now you say, how do I tackle these kind of questions? Well, I have a 35 here, so right away I can get a 35 there. These two columns always the same. 80 minus 35 is going to give me my 45. And then I know it's a BR, and that should say BR1 minus. 36 to 35, 1 extra electron, 1 extra negative. And now I name it, and I call it bromine 80. I have to do dash and 80. If I don't put that number in, it's wrong. That 80 is the mass of the isotope. I don't need to put in atomic number. If it's bromine, I could look it up. But different isotopes can have different masses, so I have to tell you which one. Do the same thing for platinum. 78, 78, we know that. Then we can go 117 plus 78, and that's our 195. Now we have a charge here, 4 plus. So we go 78 minus 4 is 74, because we need the protons to win by 4, And now we put the mass and isotope number for platinum, and we graph the 195 like so. We have one last example with very tiny numbers. So we had a 1 here. 1 plus 0 is 1 there. It says it's a 1 plus ion. And so that actually should be a 0. That's a strange 0. Let's try it again. So 1 to 0, 1 extra positive charge, 1 extra proton. And boom, boom, boom. And we get our hydrogen 1. And then we're done. You're going to get lots of questions filling out isotopes charts like this. You have all kinds of examples, about 9 examples here. Well, maybe I lied. 8 examples here. We'll do more examples next class as well. Get used to this. Every blank you fill in correctly is a half mark. And so a lot of these things are easy. Make sure you dominate this type of question.